Welcome to Fett's Legacy, everyone. My name is Taryn, and I'm back today to talk about Boba Fett's legacy as a whole and him as a character. So guys, before we move on, spoiler warning, I will be referencing some points in the episodes, so you should go watch those first, but you don't need to understand what I'm talking about. And second, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. All of your support really helps. I'm trying to get recognized, and any support you guys can give me really means a lot, and I appreciate it so much. So guys, let's get on to the video. I'm seeing a lot of people criticizing the episodes and criticizing Boba Fett's character, saying things like, this is not their Boba Fett, which I think is a very stupid thing to say. That's a bad statement, because it is not your character. This is just Boba Fett. They are evolving the character. This is the whole point of the Book of Boba Fett. This is why Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are making this. They're evolving his character. Boba Fett is changing. So you can say, yeah, this isn't how he would be. This is the point. This is him changing. This isn't how he would be. And honestly, if you're basing this off what you saw in the movies, that doesn't make any sense, because he had less than 7 minutes of screen time. If you really kept up to date with the comics, then maybe I can understand your point of view a little bit more, but Boba Fett is not a ruthless bounty hunter anymore. He's not the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. He's a crime lord now. He has to change things. And this is what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are trying to do. They're evolving him as a character. Characters can change.
Liar!
But seriously, this is why they're showing Boba's bond with these Tuskens, to show how he's changing as a character. As Boba Fett has not cared for someone or had someone care for him since Jango Fett, and that was decades ago. So this is really changing him, and this is why in the episode, spoiler warning guys if you haven't seen the latest one, the Tuskens die, and you can see him extremely upset about this. He even sheds a tear, because this is the first group of people that Boba Fett has truly cared for. Because as a bounty hunter, you can't have people that you care for, as they will get attacked, probably killed. So no one has really cared for Boba since Jango Fett, and these Tuskens accepted him into the tribe, and now that they are dead, it's clearly changing him as a person. And you know, Boba Fett was the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy, but people didn't really know Boba Fett. They knew the armor, and Boba commanded respect and fear in his armor, but he would rarely remove the helmet and would rarely talk, only if he needed to, you know? So they didn't really know Boba Fett. They just feared him because of what people say, and obviously Boba Fett had a crazy reputation in the galaxy, so yeah, so he didn't speak a lot. And so Boba has gone through a rough period, you know? He's, in the first episode, he lost his armor, which to other people may not seem so crazy, you know, just go get a new set of armor, but this means a lot to Boba, man. This is his father's armor, who he clearly loved a lot, and like I said, was the only person who truly cared for Boba, probably up until these Tuskens. So Jango was the only family he ever had, and his father's armor was probably his most beloved possession and his most prized possession, because that was his only memory he had of his father, and he wanted to live up to his father's name. So he lost everything when he lost the armor. That was Boba Fett. He was forced to dig for water. He became pretty much a slave for a little bit, and you can tell it really hurt Boba. It changed him a lot. So give them some time to build it. Obviously they're trying to build his story here. It is called the Book of Boba Fett. Let me put this as an analogy. Let's say you're reading a short novel. Let's say it's 70 pages, right? Because there's 7 episodes. And 30 pages in, you say, oh, there's nothing super crazy going on. There's nothing super exciting. This isn't my favorite character, and they're changing him, and I don't like it. Are you not going to read the rest of the 40 pages and let them at least finish the story? Let them take this character where they want to take it. They're building Boba to a new character. He doesn't want to be known as the armor anymore. He wants to be known as Boba Fett. And look, his father's armor gave him a lot of reputation early on, and that of course he had to live up to, and he did in many ways, and even surpass his father's legacy as a bounty hunter. But Boba had to build his own reputation, even with the armor, but after losing the armor, he really had to build his own reputation and build his name up. And this is why he takes the helmet off a good amount in the show, because, you know, you're supposed to know fear and respect Boba Fett, not just the armor anymore. So this is maybe why Boba seems a little more soft, but it's because he's trying to build an empire, build his name. And look, Boba Fett doesn't have the financial backing that the Hutts did. Obviously, Boba Fett has a lot of credits that he built up as a bounty hunter because his prices were insane. But you got what you paid for. But he definitely has a lot of money, but he's trying to build an empire, and he can't just do that with money because he doesn't have the financial backing of the Hutts. So he's trying to be respectful. He's trying to show people what kind of leader he is, because if he goes around and shoots every person in the face that he doesn't really like at first, he's not going to build an army, and he's not going to last long as the daimyo. So this is why he seems a little more soft, but he's just trying to build his own empire. Clearly, the Tuskens dying had a major effect on Boba, and, he's clearly more forgiving and more willing to listen than he used to be. But he's clearly thinking that he wants to build his own legacy now. He has now lived longer than Jango ever did, and there's no reference on who he should be anymore. Boba Fett was Jango Fett's legacy. Now he's making his own legacy, and he has to do it from the ground up. So, guys, give the story some time. Boba Fett is still a badass. We will definitely see him do crazy stuff in the future, but to build his empire, to beat the Pikes, to beat the Hutts, if we see Crimson Dawn, to beat Crimson Dawn, it can't just be Boba Fett kicking ass. He can't defeat a whole syndicate. He has to gain followers, gain people on his side, and he's not going to do that by just killing everyone he sees. So, give the story some time. Boba Fett is changing as a character. I'm all for it. He's becoming a crime lord, not a bounty hunter. So, Boba Fett is surpassing Jango's legacy. Now he's making his own legacy, and he has to do it from the ground up. And that's what we're seeing him do. So guys, please give it some time. Let them tell their story. Just wait for the next episodes before you fully criticize the show or Boba Fett as a character. Trust me, this is still Boba Fett. And this is why we've seen. He still kicks ass, man. He destroyed those Nikto riders, the biker gang. And we're probably going to see in the next episode him, really go crazy on them after they killed the Tuskens. But for Boba Fett to make his own legacy, right, he has to change as a person, because from early on, he was given Jango Fett's legacy. When you heard the name Fett in the galaxy, you automatically think amazing bounty hunter. So he was basically set up to be a bounty hunter, and honestly, he wanted to be a bounty hunter, and Jango Fett trained him early on and taught him a lot of his knowledge, gave him a lot of knowledge, and gave him a lot of valuable experience, honestly, because Jango took him on a lot of missions too. But he was basically thrown into the bounty hunter profession with no choice. Now that he's lived longer than Jango, he can do whatever he wants, and it clearly seems that he wants to be a crime lord. So let him become a great crime lord. Let them tell his story. Like I said, characters can change, and this is what they're doing with Boba Fett, and I think they're taking it in a great direction. This is why he's taking the helmet off. Even the old designer of Boba Fett said he doesn't like how much he takes his helmet off because it removes the mystery. I don't know, man. First of all, Boba Fett is Jango Fett's clone. There is no mystery. We know who Boba Fett is. Boba Fett is Boba Fett. And second, he's changing. He's not the same character as in Empire Strikes Back or in the comics back in the day. He's a different person. This whole experience of losing his armor and, the Tuskens dying and whatever else we're going to see, it has clearly changed him a lot. So guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos and enjoying the episodes of the Book of Boba Fett as much as I am. I really liked the latest episode, and I think we're going in a great direction. Tell me what you guys think. Hey guys, before the video ends, I just want to add something quickly. I realized I forgot to mention it while editing, but first, I did start a TikTok, so I will leave that down in the description if you would like to go check that out. Please do. And second, I wanted to thank my good friend Alex for helping me think of this idea for this video. Big thank you to Alex. And anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching.